Hey Pokedad fan club, it's me Pokedad, and today we're doing another quick news update from the Pokemon TCG Breakpoint, also known as Rage of the Broken Sky. That's the Japanese title, but in English it'll be called Breakpoint. So the first one I want to take a look at is Zebstrika. We're going to be looking at 3 Pokemon here. All of them, well, I think one of them will be pretty good. This might actually be playable as a tech, but it is a stage 1, and a stage 1 tech isn't always that great. But Zebstrika, you can see he's 100 HP lightning type. He does have an attack for double colorless, and he also has an ability. We'll take a look at that in just a minute, right now actually. Alright, so Zebstrika, again, stage 1, evolves from Blitzel. Ability Zebra Zone. As long as this Pokemon is in play, damage from one of your lightning Pokemon attacks isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So this is kind of good because it basically breaks through walls and breaks through hard charms and breaks through anything that would affect the active Pokemon. This could be useful in a Mega Ampharos deck, uh, even though they already have Ampharos, which can break through most things. But let's say you've Mega Evolved and you need to get through Giratina, or you need to break through some other uh, wall, like Regice, for instance, and Zebra Zone could allow you to do that without having to play Hex Maniac. So this could be a neat little tech. Again, I don't know if it's worth playing it since it's a stage 1, but could be useful. The other thing though is you're probably already going to be playing Magnezone anyway if you're a lightning type. So you may just not have the space in the deck to play that. Alright, and then he has Takedown Bolt for a double colorless. Does 50 damage, and if your opponent's active Pokemon has fighting resistance, this attack does 60 more damage. So it's kind of interesting because most of those that are fighting resistant are already lightning weak because they're usually flying types. So it could be very interesting in the sense that you could do 110 damage and then hit for weakness would be 220. So you could take out some EXs with that attack. But again, it's very situational, so it would be more of a tech card. Though it does have 2 things that it would be specifically helping to tech with. So it could be useful, like Eviltal EX, you could take that down. Anyway, so that's Zebstrika. Let's move right on to Radekade. Radekade is stage 1 from, I think, Rattata. 70 HP, colorless type. These guys usually have some unique thing about them, but they're usually not playable. And at least I don't think there's really any reason why we would play this unless, again, we used it as a tech in some case. So Raticate, ability is antibodies. This Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. Heal any special conditions on this Pokemon. So basically antibodies would make it so it can't be poisoned, can't be confused. Don't really know why that really helps you very much. Dirty Shock is a colorless type, 1 colorless, so any kind of energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, and then discard any Pokemon tools attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. I'm not really sure how that could be helpful unless you could maybe Lysander up a Mega or a potential Mega, say an EX with a Spirit Link on it. You could poison it and then discard that. But it just seems like for stage 1, that's not a whole not a whole lot of good. I don't know really how it can help you. So anyway, that's Radekade. Alright, but the one that I think is kind of the premier one that at least has been revealed so far, is Aegislash. Now, Aegislash is a psychic type this time instead of a metal type, and he is like a ghost type, and you know, we don't really have ghosts. Most of the ghost types, or all the ghost types, fall in psychic for whatever reason, because they are weak to dark, so they can't be like dark types. So anyway, so Aegislash here, I do like the artwork. I like the purple here, kind of showing for sure that he's more of a psychic type. And there was the Honage and Deblade have been revealed. Basically, their attacks kind of work in tandem with this Aegislash, though. Basically, I think for, I don't know if it's a DC or if it's just one energy, they can do put damage counters on the active. So I think it's like 2 or 3 damage counters. And then that kind of goes hand in hand with what Aegislash does. So this deck, I actually could see this deck being played. It would be Aegislash with Bats or Aegislash with Fortress. And here's the thing, for 3 colorless, but if Dimension Valley is in play, it's just a double colorless, you use Sword Pain. Place damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon equal to the number of damage counters already on them. So this also could play with a Noivern with the Boom Burst, which would do 30 damage on each of them. So then you could play Sword Pain, and you would do an additional 30, and then the next turn you would, if you hit it again, you would do an additional 60. And if you could get a couple shots off with Aegislash's Sword Pain, like get 2 or 3 or 4, you literally could knock out his entire bench all at one time. And that would probably be game, because you would have take 6 prizes. So I don't know how viable this is going to be, but I can definitely tell you someone is going to try this deck, and someone is going to succeed but with getting 6 prizes in one turn. I have done that before with Gorgeist from XY and Meowstic together, taking 6 prizes in one turn. But I definitely can see this taking 6 prizes in one turn. We'll go ahead and look at Megaton Slash 2. It's for 2 psychic and 2 colorless. Does 100 damage, and then choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack does 10 damage to each of them. So is Aegislash going to be viable? I don't know. Probably not. But with Bats or with Noivern or something like that, I could see it being some people playing it casually. It could be fun to play just to knock out your opponent's entire bench at one time. But will someone come up with something viable? Only the future will tell. Anyway, guys, this is PokeDad. Hit like, appreciate every like, and it just takes a couple seconds. So please, 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 just for encouragement for our channel, please hit the like button for us. And then subscribe if you haven't already, and please give us any comments. What are your thoughts about Aegislash, and how would you build a deck around him? Anyway, guys, this is PokeDad signing off. Talk to you later.